final phase. Ethics of care finds a balance between care for oneself and care for other people. The second notable person is Nell Noddings. She thinks that each relationship is made up of at least two people, wherein one person gives care and the other is the recipient of care. She stated in her book Starting at Home that justice itself is dependent on caring about, and caring about is in turn dependent on caring for. She states that the one caring answers to an assessed need of the one cared for. Understanding of the cared for's actuality, point of view, and expectations are the motivations for the one caring's actions in helping. She also states that caring does not necessarily involve emotion but considers sentiment.
An example of care ethics is caring for animals. Nell Noddings have made it clear that humans have moral obligations only to animals which are proximate, whom are open to caring completion and capable of reciprocity. She further rejects Peter Singer's claim that it is speciesist to favor humans over animals. The application of care ethics to the moral status of animals has been most thoroughly explored by Carol Adams and Josephine Donovan. Expanding on Adams' original analysis of the sexual politics of meat, they maintain that the feminist care tradition offers a superior foundation for animal ethics. Alternatively, they argue that a feminist care ethic is a preferable foundation for granting moral obligations to animals because its relational ontology acknowledges love and empathy as major bases for human-animal connection. Its contextual flexibility also allows for a more nuanced consideration of animals across a continuum of difference. Empirical studies suggest interesting differences between the way that men and women think about the moral status of animals. Most notably, that women are more strongly opposed to animal research and meat eating and reported to be more willing to sacrifice for these causes than men, as stated by Eldridge and Gluck in 1996. Ruddick argues that maternalism yields kinds of thinking and supports a principled resistance to violence. It defined a mother as a person is responsible for children's lives and puts childcare provision as a part of his working life. In doing so, mothers challenge the rigid division of male and female aspects of military ideology as it threatens the hopes and promise of birth. She identifies the following metaphysical attitudes, cognitive capacities, and virtues associated with mothering: preservative love, fostering growth, and training for social acceptability. Because children are subject to, but defy social expectations, the powers of mothers are limited by the gaze of others. Loving attention helps mothers to perceive their children and themselves honestly, so as to foster growth without retreating to fantasy or incurring loss of the self.